Papa?
Yeah.
What is some of the craziest thing you've seen?
One of the craziest things I ever seen, y'all was just little. And I'd picked you and your brother and sister up from daycare, and I picked your mama up at work. And we went by the grocery store to get stuff for supper. Well, as we pulled up at UNKLE, we pulled up there at the fire lane light and was sitting there. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here this little old red car comes swooping in. The door opened up. This older woman got out. She took off walking. All of a sudden, the back door blew up. And here was this little bitty old crackhead. He probably weighed about 120 pounds. I thought he had on two Sherlock Holmes. He had on a Sherlock Holmes hat. But he had two ball caps on, one going this way and one going that way. And that fool run up to the window at UNKLE, put his head up on the window like this. And then he jumped up and he run out in the middle of the parking lot. And he takes them two hats off. And he's doing like that, fanning his head. I was like, what in the world is this fool doing? He run around in that center of that parking lot 3 or 4 laps. Going here, going there, going here, going there. About that time he looked at me. Here he come towards the truck. I told you and your brother and your sister, I said, babies, listen. I said, if something happens, I said, do not unlock this door for nobody but your mama. And y'all said, what you gonna do, Papa? I said, I'm probably gonna have to kill this crackhead if he's over here messing with my truck. Well, about that time, he turns around and he takes off running. He goes back up through her and he goes into the store. I thought, boy, this'll be good. They gonna run him slam out of the store just here in a minute. It wasn't but just a few minutes later, here that fool come busting out with a bag of apples. And he runs down there to his car. Now, mind you, the door's still standing open on this car. And he runs over there and he comes back and he puts them bags of apple in the car. Then he grabbed the bag of apples out. Well, every year at the holidays, Salvation Army had them bell ringers, you know, where they got that kettle out there and they're ringing the bell trying to get money to help Christmas stuff for people. Well, about this time, that fool run up there and he handed that bag of apples to that bell ringer. And that bell ringer's looking at them apples like, what is this? And old Crackhead starts walking off about 2 or 3 steps. And then he turns around and he goes back and he tears that bag open and gets him about 3 apples and he comes out. He got them apples and he goes running down through the parking lot again. The active crack. I mean, he like a squirrel on crack, going here, going there, going here. About this time, this old woman in the front seat of the car, she jumps out and she done mad at him and she slams the car door. About that time, he's out there running, just going crazy in the parking lot. And y'all are just sitting there in total amazement. And about that time, that one that come driving come back down there and she got in the car and she turned around and she hollered, hey, get in the car. And here that fool come running and he literally dove through the window into the car. And the car took off. Well, when y'all got done, when they got done, y'all looked at me and I said, babies, I said, that right there is the reason why y'all don't do drugs. So a few days later, with your brother in daycare, they asked something other about don't do drugs, and he says, yeah, you don't do drugs, it make you wear your hat wrong, because all he could remember was the crackhead with 2 hats backwards on there. So yeah, we've seen it all, crazy crackheads at the grocery store. So that's just one of the many things.